Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV. This is part of my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. So this week, I'm actually going to try something new with my series. So if you've been watching this series, you'll know that usually I'll post a video every few days, maybe every 2 to 5 days with a team, and I'll do several battles within that video, showcasing the team obviously. This time around, I'm gonna try something different and we're gonna see how it works. You know, definitely let me know in the comments what your thoughts are for this setup, but it's basically gonna be what I'm kind of calling like a team of the week kind of thing. So at the beginning of the week, I'm gonna try to post a team like this. And basically from there, I'm gonna try to do daily battles with the team, and it'll just be one battle per video and basically one video per day. Maybe not every single day of the week, but most days of the week I will have a battle video with the team of the week basically. So I just thought of this idea and I thought it'd be a nice way for me to kind of do more bite-sized content for people, because you know, I know that I've seen a lot of people who've been enjoying the series, which I really appreciate, but because the way I usually do it, where I have a team and then each video is, you know, 3 to 4 battles, the videos end up being over 30 minutes usually, sometimes even closer to 40 minutes. And excuse me, and that can actually be, I know that can be kind of long for some people. So again, I just wanted to try this out and see how this works. You know, if it feels like most people still prefer that previous setup, which is, you know, one team per video and one kind of longer video where I do multiple battles in that video, then I can go back to that if you prefer. So please give me that feedback if it's something you prefer one way or the other. And right now, again, at least for this first week, and maybe, you know, maybe indefinitely, I will be doing it this way unless a lot of people say that they prefer the other way. And this way again is, you know, I'm gonna have a showing off the team today or talking about the team today, and then doing a battle with it, and then tomorrow I will have another video with the team and a battle, and again we'll just do like, again, pretty much one battle per video per day. Anyways, the team itself. So here is the team code for you all if you want to try it out yourself. This team is focused around Ting-Lu, which is one of the other Ruin Legendary Pokemon. Obviously, you know, I really want to try all of them out at some point, and I've used Chi-Yu and Chien-Pao already, and they're both pretty good. And Ting-Lu's actually one of the best of them as well. It's actually I think it's the most used of them. The last I checked on Pokemon Home, the data, Ting-Lu was actually the second most used Pokemon so far in this new series, and Flutter Mane's #1. So Ting-Lu's actually the most used of the new Ruin Legend Pokemon, and I think the big reason for that is because it's extremely bulky. So that's where I started when I was building the team. I just wanted to try to build around Ting-Lu, and then, you know, I kind of just filled in the rest with Pokemon that I thought would complement it pretty well. And one Pokemon that you'll notice, well, actually, sorry, we'll first talk about Ting-Lu in more detail. So I have max HP and max defense. Its ability Vessel of Ruin lowers the special attack of opponents. So it's like, it has a massive HP stat and then a really high defense stat, and then its ability weakens the special attack of opponents. So it's kind of like it also has a decently high special defense. So it just takes hits really, really well from everything. And then the moveset is kind of probably the most prevalent moveset on Ting-Lu right now, which is Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Ruination, and Whirlwind. Ruination basically is like Super Fang, or what's the other one from Sun and Moon from the Tapus? Nature's Madness, I think it is, which it will always deal, or it will always reduce the opponent's HP by half of their remaining HP. So it'll never kill them, but it'll always take half of their HP. So that can be a good move for kind of taking on bulkier Pokemon. There are certain Pokemon in the meta that move is pretty good against. And then I have the Iapapa Berry. I wanted to run Citrus Berry, but I already have Citrus Berry on one of my other Pokemon. So, you know, I just ended up with Iapapa, and that's been pretty good for me as well. And of course I have the Poison Terra type, because that removes my fighting and fairy type weaknesses from Ting-Lu. So Poison has been a really good Terra type for it. And then the Pokemon that I was going to talk about that complements Ting-Lu really well on a defensive, from a defensive standpoint, is Iron Moth. This is the same Iron Moth set that I've been using, which is not max speed, it's max HP and then enough speed to get the speed boost with booster energy, and then a special the rest of it in special defense. So it's a really bulky Iron Moth. And again, I think Iron Moth complements Ting-Lu really well. It resists both of Ting-Lu's most common weaknesses in the form, well, it resists a lot of its common weaknesses. It resists fighting, fairy, and grass. Unfortunately, they are both weak to water, so that's something we have to keep in mind, but either way, for the most part, I think both of them complement each other really well. And then from there, just kind of going back from the top, I know I always jump all over the place when I talk about my teams. We've got the Iron Bundle set that I've been running, which is, you know, Sub+Encore, Freeze Dry, Hydro Pump with leftovers. This one's been working pretty well for me, so I like it. Then I have Choice Specs Flutter Main, which Timid Nature, you know, max special attack and max speed, just there to hit really hard. And I figured, you know, I mean, Flutter Main is the most used Pokemon in the meta right now. So, you know, I guess you could say it's the best Pokemon in the meta right now. It's just such a great Pokemon. It hits really hard and it's really fast. It's faster than most things. And it does speed tie with Chien-Pao as well. So, you know, I guess that's a good place to be. Finally, I wanted some priority as well as some other Pokemon that are capable of kind of dealing with threats that these other Pokemon can't really deal with or have trouble with. And so I settled on Scizor. This is my bulky Scizor. It is also shiny, like a lot of, actually, I think my entire team is shiny except Ting-Lu, which was not intentional, but it's max HP and max special defense. And I mean, a big reason for this Scizor set is to take on Flutter Main. You know, I just wanted another Pokemon that can help me against Flutter Main, aside from Iron Moth. And I've already calced it, and basically Bullet Punch, even with 0 attack EVs, will still one-hit KO Flutter Main. And then of course I've got Terra Water to remove my fire type weakness. This is a Scizor set that I've used in the past, and it's pretty good for me. Finally, this time around, you know, in the past couple videos I was using a very bulky Dragonite set, but this time around I am using a much more offensive Dragonite set with, I think, almost max speed, and then we've got an Adamant Nature with max attack. So this one's meant to hit a lot harder. We also have Fire Punch instead of Roost to cover our switch-ins, I guess you could say. Like Steel type Pokemon could be a problem Pokemon like Corviknight, and so Fire Punch helps against stuff like that. So that's the team right there. You know, I really enjoy it. I tested it on Showdown, and it seems like it's working pretty well. Ting-Lu is also pretty strong. Sometimes it can single-handedly kind of take on teams. So anyways, yeah, let's do a battle today and see how it goes. All right, so our battle of the day has a very interesting opponent. Pretty much all of the Pokemon on their team are not very commonly used, but as always, I like to say, you know, never underestimate, because sometimes people practice with these lesser used Pokemon and they end up kind of destroying you without you realizing. So right off the bat, I already think I like Iron Bundle here. It's pretty good against almost all of their team. It has a super effective move for those 4 Pokemon in the middle. And I think it's decent against Hatterene as well, because it can sub and Encore, so if they try to set up like Trick Room, that's also not great for me though, if that's the case. But I think I like Bundle for sure, and I do think I want to lead with it, although at the same time Ting-Lu might also be a pretty solid lead. But if I lead with Ting-Lu and they lead with one of their grass types, that could actually be pretty rough. So I don't think I want to bring both of these. I think I'd rather bring one of them. With that in mind, I think Flutter Main's actually really strong. And I do want an option for Hatterene, so I'm actually going to end up going with Scizor and Flutter Main. And then, from there, I think those 2 Pokemon cover my opponent's team really nicely. So with that in mind, I think I want to bring, it's a tough one. I think I'm going to bring Ting-Lu. I think it covers those, you know, something like Lycanroc, you know, a rock type, does give Dragonite and Iron Bundle trouble. I think Dragonite would have been a fine Pokemon to bring though, now that I look back on it, but Ting-Lu's a good one. You know, maybe I should have led with Ting-Lu, but I'm just kind of afraid of them leading with Hatterene. And if they lead with other things like Arboliva or Jumpluff, I'm not that worried about those with Scizor. They do lead with this though. And this is another thing, you know, even though Ting-Lu kind of has Earthquake for this Lycanroc, I kind of felt like Scizor matches up a little bit better here. So they're probably gonna Stealth Rock right off the jump. Off the jump, I don't know if that's the right way to say it. I'm just gonna Bullet Punch. I think it's the safest move, because if they go Stealth Rock and then they have a Focus Sash, that could be a little rough for us if we go Swords Dance, because then they might have counter. They do go right into Arboliva though, which takes that hit pretty well. And they don't have the grassy terrain ability because it would have summoned grassy terrain when I hit them there. So here, this is a pretty interesting spot. I don't really know what they're gonna do here. I'm just gonna Swords Dance. Maybe this is greedy, but I definitely don't want to switch. And you know, Scizor is in an okay position here. Even if Scizor happens to go down, I do have Pokemon that are capable of taking on Lycanroc, so, you know, even though Scizor is good against Lycanroc, I don't really need it, but we'll see what happens here. They actually Terra Poison, which is really interesting. I'm drawing a blank on Arboliva's hidden ability, so I don't know what ability they actually have here. They do have Strength Sap, which I actually should have thought about, and their Terra Poison. Yeah, Strength Sap is very annoying. My Flutter main doesn't have a Psychic type move. So the thing is, let's take a look at their team, because I'm thinking of going into Ting-Lu and then eventually just terastallizing. But I'm just seeing if I'd rather terastallize one of my other two Pokemon here, and I don't think I would. So I think I'm fine just going into Ting-Lu here and then just going Terra Poison. No, now that we know they have Strength Sap, that's something that I kind of drew a blank on with Arboliva. I probably should have thought about that. I'm not that afraid. Like, yeah, if they go Strength Sap against Ting-Lu, it is actually annoying because I would like for my attack stat to be as high as possible for this, but it's not the end of the world. We do also have Ruination, and we can also Whirlwind if worse comes to worse. So I am just gonna go ahead and Terra here and set up Stealth Rock. Main reason I'm terastallizing here is because they possibly could have a Grass type move, and they do switch here, which is actually a little annoying. Now they go into Hatterene, and that's funny because Hatterene is Psychic and Fairy, and Ting-Lu is weak. Obviously, as a Dark type, it's weak to Fairy, and then if I terastallize, it's weak to Psychic. So kind of no matter what I do, I'm gonna be weak against this Hatterene. And I know that Hatterene. Oh wait, they have Magic Bounce. I was just about to say they have Magic Bounce, so I can't Whirlwind them, but I forgot that of course that also means that I can't really Stealth Rock them. So that's actually really bad for me. They might, I'm just gonna stay in, I'm just gonna Ruination, just see how much it does here, or see what it does rather. Yeah, they might go first for Trick Room, but I don't really care that much about that, to be honest. Like, I can stall out a Trick Room if I really have to, and Ting-Lu is so bulky that they don't really have too much that they can do against me, so going to Arboliva, I'm gonna Ruination, and then honestly I'm just gonna go Stealth Rock again, because if they switch back into Hatterene, I already have rocks up on my side anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And if they stay in, then I do end up getting my rocks, so that's good. And again, they can just spam Strength Sap all they want, and it is annoying, but it's not really the end of the world. I could also Whirlwind them away. Oh, it also restores their HP. I forgot. Well, see how much Earthquake does? I don't think it's going to do a lot at all. And if they just keep spamming Strength Sap, eventually it kind of has diminishing returns. Oh, they do have Leech Seed, which is actually pretty annoying as well. So, yeah, that's actually really bad for me. Don't want to stay in against this now. I think I'm going to have to go into Flutter Mane. The good thing about Flutter Mane, though, is that it hits really hard, and I am Choice Specs, so as long as I don't predict this and go for like an attacking move or Leech Seed or something, I should be in a decent spot. But we'll see here. I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball. They go Giga Drain, which actually does kind of a lot of damage. Though I know I can for sure take another one, so I'm free to just go Shadow Ball here. So they have Giga Drain, Strength Sap, and Leech Seed. Maybe they have Protect. I don't think there's any reason to not go Shadow Ball here. And I live another Giga Drain, so I kind of don't care. Okay, it does a good amount. Hopefully I get the special defense drop. They have a Berry. This is really annoying, because if they Leech Seed here, then I have to switch out, because then a Giga Drain kills me. Okay, they Giga Drain, which is pretty nice. Well, now I know a third Giga Drain will kill me. They just get more recovery. Well, this is a pretty bad spot. This is actually a really annoying team here. I just have to hope for the best on this. Like, they're going to Giga Drain. I'm going to get knocked out now. And they're getting recovery, so I have to go Ting-Lu. I think Ting-Lu might be faster. I actually have no idea. Harvest. Oh my goodness. Okay. think I'm faster, so let's see. Gonna Earthquake. And hope for the best. Hope I can knock them out. I don't think I will, though. Strength Sap's pretty rough. Oh, they withdraw. It's kind of weird that they're switching here. Now they go into Hatterene. It's going to take some damage here. Not that much. I'm going to go into Scizor now. And what else can we do? I think we just got to set up Swords Dance and just hope for the best. Hope they, I mean, they're going to have Mystical Fire, right? Are they going to predict this? They go Psychic. I mean, they probably have Mystical Fire. But I don't know what else I can do here. Maybe I Bullet Punch? I'm going to Swords Dance. Whatever. We're probably losing. Swords Dance. They probably have Mystical Fire. Oh, they don't. So I get my Citrus Berry. And then I'm going to get Greedy and Swords Dance again. That doesn't recover that much, though. I'm going to get Greedy and Swords Dance again because of the Strength Sap. Okay, they go Psychic again. So they might be Choice Specs or something. I don't take that super well, but I do take that. Now we go Bullet Punch and presumably knock them out. And then they go into Arboliva. And let's see, they just ate their Citrus Berry again. So they might not have it. So if I use Thief on Arboliva, I might not knock them out. Oh, but this thing's gonna be faster with Accelerock. All right. Yeah, they have Accelerock. Oh, that's tough. It's a crit. That doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna go into Ting-Lu. And I'm pretty sure I can take any hit from them unless they have a ground type move. And then probably knock them out with Earthquake. This might end up just being a really stally battle. The thing is, I don't think they can switch here, because if they switch into Arboliva, it's possible we 2-hit KO them with Earthquake, so I don't think they can switch. I think they have to let their Lycanroc fall. Thing is, what moves does Lycanroc typically use? Obviously, Accelerock. Probably Stealth. Wow, they do switch. This could be great for us. If we're faster, and depending on how much damage this does, but if we're faster, this might be good for us. Like, we might knock out Arboliva, and if we knock out Arboliva, I think we can win this game. Yes! Okay, that's amazing. That's so good for us. Okay, I guess I shouldn't have been that worried about it. I mean, you know, it is a super effective move, and it's basically stab. But hey, I mean, the battle's not over yet. But like I said, let's see. With this Lycanroc, they're going to have Rock-type moves that do a lot of damage, and we don't resist those anymore. But that Stealth Rock damage helps us, so let's see what happens. I don't know what else they could go for if they have a ground type move. Oh, they do have a ground type move. Oh, but we do live thanks to our bulk. We get the berry, but I don't think that matters because they're just gonna kill us next turn anyway if they survive this, I think, right? Confusion? Wait. Oh no. This is so awkward. Wow. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So we end up winning this battle. This was a really... okay, so the reason I got confused, I was like, wait, does Drill Run confuse? I must have severely messed up with the berry. So basically with those berries, like Iapapa berry and I think like a guava berry, there's a bunch of them. They confuse you if you are a nature that lowers a specific stat. And I must be a nature. So, you know, I used a mint on my Ting-Lu to make it an impish nature, I think. But my natural nature that I caught my Ting-Lu in must be a nature that confuses it if I eat that berry. So I'm gonna completely have to work on that. I'm gonna have to choose a completely new berry for that. So if you're using my team code, I think what I'll end up doing is I will update the team code and I'll post in the description. I will post the new team code because, you know, if you use my exact team code, that's gonna happen to you as well. So yeah, that's awkward. But anyways, yeah, I'll fix that and post that for you. So make sure to, you know, look at, and I might do a new photo as well with that. But anyways, yeah, make sure to take a look at that. So that is our battle today. It was against a really interesting team, definitely a team that you don't see very often. Let's go back through the team here though and take a look, because again, this is our battle of the day. This video is actually a lot longer than I expected it to be, but again, it's our first video, so I was definitely going over the team. Where is the team here? Here we go. Yeah. So, oh yeah. So my Ting-Lu is minus defense nature. Wait. Did I not give it a mint? This is so awkward, dude. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to fix this. Really awkward stuff for me. Okay, so I'm gonna fix that, so don't worry about that. By the time you're watching this video, it'll be fixed, but that was a fun one. Ting-Lu is very good. I've had a lot of success with it, and even ignoring the really awkward, you know, nature in this video and stuff, it's just really good. It takes hits really well. Stealth Rock is great. It kind of reminds me of Hippowdon because it can Stealth Rock and it can Whirlwind, but it's also, I think, better than Hippowdon in a lot of ways. I mean, Hippowdon summons Sand, which is pretty good, but yeah, I think Ting-Lu is in a really good position right now, and I highly advise you to use it. Scizor was okay that battle. I mean, it actually helped us a little bit, and I really love Scizor, and I love this set a lot, so it was great to see Scizor do some work. You know, we didn't show off Iron Moth or Iron Bundle in the video, but I think if you've watched my videos, and Dragonite as well, if you've watched my videos at this point, you know that they are really good already. So yeah, that's the team, and that's the battle of the day. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and also please let me know what you think about this format where, again, I'll be posting, you know, basically a battle team, or one team each week, and basically one battle per day. Let me know if you prefer that, or if you prefer my previous setup, which is, you know, every video is one team and it's multiple battles with that team, and I post videos maybe about every 3 or 4 days. So let me know which one you prefer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in the battle of the day. Talk to you later.